Permit me to proceed by quoting the words of Secretary Anthony Blinken, word for word. I want a reference from it, and I quote, "As I emphasize in my remarks today, our strategy for sub-Saharan Africa recognizes that Africa will shape the future, not just the future of African people, but of the world. I look forward to the U.S. African Leadership Summit in December." These are the words of Secretary Anthony Blinken earlier today. These words you just heard, this quotation I just made, speaks volume more than you might be thinking. Extremely volume. And I want you to keep it at the back of your mind, because in time to come, we are going to reference to this particular statement. And today is the 8th day of August 2022. And today is Monday, to be precise, anywhere you are listening to us from across the globe. Wonderful people, men and women of good conscience and lovers of freedom all over the globe. We welcome you back once again to our News Digest. Of course, this is still coming from the desk of Ebubeagu, one of your favorite channels that attracts you reliable and hot news, states of the nation. We comb Africa, we comb Biafra land as well as the zoo, bringing you the latest how things are going. We encourage you to consider subscribing to Ebubeagu channel so that you'll be able to receive our updates as soon as we publish it. If you like what we are doing here, do not hesitate to give us thumbs up. Go ahead to share our videos to those who might need it. Over the decades or centuries, European countries has been leveraging and benefiting from African countries. And of course, they put it in a way that sometimes it appears as if they are the ones that are sustaining Africa. But to this point in time, there is a serious quagmire, serious issue going on in Europe and some other parts of America. Now in Asia, an issue is still there. Do you know what is going on? America, France, as well as Russia, UK is already there. These countries, including China now, they are in a power tussle of whom we take over Africa. And that is what is going on. Over the years, European countries have continued consistently projecting before the world that that Africa is at their mercy. But to this point, it has occurred to them that they cannot hide it again, because they were going underground, nibbing Africa, making Africa dry, taking the resources back to the Europe and America and some other parts of Asia. But today, they cannot hold it anymore. They have to come out openly, just like Blinken said. There are three key words there. 1, strategy. 2, feature. And 3, word. It says their strategy will show that Africa is the future, not just to Africa alone. It will shape the future of the world. I want you to take note of these 3 words. They are the key words we are looking at here. So what is going on now? They can no longer hide under to milk Africa. So they have to come out openly. And this is what is going on. China, France, United States, UK is there already. They have been nibbling Africa, and now Russia is interested. This will go a long way to interpret that quotation we made earlier. But still keep it at the back of your mind. We are coming. We are going to tell you more about the challenge of Zoological Republic, international transaction, as well as their economy as regards to EU dumps of Nigeria gas supply deal. EU dump it. And we will still consider the updates on the routine visit of Nnamdi Kanu by Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, as well as the words of Barrister Aloy Ejimako. After that, we will bring to you IPOB stand as regards to what Ebubeagu is doing. It's very nice and fantastic you're going to hear today, because IPOB had made it known that the ESN, our own Iron Dome, have really prepared to match Ebubeagu head to head and toe to toe. And this is what IPOB had just released. Our hands are full of news, an important one you have to listen today. I want to bring you our updates in details. Information on our table has it that the talks between the Zoological Republic and the European Union over gas supply deals in the wake of the Russia-Ukraine issue may have hit brick wall. This is coming after EU in March 2022 pleaded with the Zoological Republic to take advantage of the opportunity offered by this issue in Europe to shore up gas supply to it. The appeal for the Zoological Republic intervention was made by Ambassador Samuel Isopi during a courtesy call by EU ambassadors to the Minister of the State Petroleum Resources, Mr. Timi Presiva, in Abuja. Well, as of today, the information has it that the European Union, which is some of the European countries, have decided not to buy gas again from the Zoological Republic. Why did they make that particular decision? Why did they change their mind? The information continues. She had appealed to Nigeria to step into the gas supply chain as an alternative to Russia, urging the country not to allow the opportunity to pass it by. While reflecting on the security situation in the Niger Delta, they drastically impacted on gas supply in the last few years. Ethiopia urged the Nigerian government to step up security in the region to guarantee gas supply to EU or EU member states. Let's just pause it there. The issue they brought to table, the Zoological Republic brought to table, was that there is insecurity in the Niger Delta and that they need to combat it first before they will be able to supply these European countries or gas. You see, this is the point they say they are giving. But there is another point again. So this issue is that the former chairman, Society of Petroleum Engineers, SPE, Nigeria Council, Mr. Joe Makwe, has said that Nigeria, the Zoological Republic, doesn't have what it takes to be able to supply a market of such magnitude, even though Nigeria has a quantum of gas. Of course, this gas is Biafran gas. It's the gas in Biafra land. He outlined that Nigeria has no the facility to do it. And this is a problem. So when you look at it critically, it's not just insecurity in the Niger Delta. If it is insecurity in the Niger Delta, or what are the ones that the pipeline that the pig from the creek has been guiding? What of the pipeline they took down to the northern part? Is it not still Russian? That is to show you there are two reasons. One, Nigeria is not able, Fulani government is not able to manage anything meaningful. Two, the player in that particular sector might not allow them to supply to European Union. Do you want to know the player? That is Britain. Of course, you know that Britain is no longer in the European Union, right? They pull out. Brexit, have you forgotten? So how would they allow European Union countries to come and buy gas from the zoo? Because it's Britain that's taking care of everything. If Nigeria, if the Fulani zoo government wake up and tell you, because of insecurity in the Niger Delta, we wouldn't be able to supply gas to all these European countries, then what of oil that they have been drilling all this while? Why do you have LNG, liquefied natural gas company, that have been operating over the years? They don't account for anybody. It's only Fulanis that knows what is operative, what is operational in the LNG. The likes of Atiku. Do you know, can you not see the issue? So the zoo has fallen off from the cliff of supplying the world this particular gas. Ask yourself, all the money that they have been generating from oil, from gas, what are they using it for? On top of this money, they are still going to countries that doesn't even have a single drop of oil, a single drop of gas. They are going back to them to borrow from them. Can you now see where you see zero management, people who doesn't have the managerial acumen to run a country, and every time they will be posing, say that it is their turn, that they must rule. Can you now see the problem? And because of it, Zoo was supplying Ghana gas. So at this point in time, Ghana is not really looking up to Zoo again. They have built their own liquefied natural gas. They have built their own plants, even the one that surpassed the one of the Zoological Republic. This is how a country continues going down. Of course, Punch earlier has written about the Nigerian burial. When is it going to be taking place? We call it Zoo. And I've been announcing here that what we have been waiting over the weeks ago, I have been saying that what we have been waiting is the burial date of the Zoological Republic, which will definitely come to pass. Punch wrote it. They captioned it, Niger Chuare. When is it going to happen? The living dead. That is the caption that Punch gave to it. You can understand what is going on. On following that, the IPOB leadership, IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, the leadership has come up and said that the ESN is now fully ready to confront Ebubeagu, and they are going to match them foot to foot, toe to toe, ear to ear, head to head. And this is one of the best news I've gotten in this 2022, because what our eyes have seen, what we've heard, what we can bear witness to, that this Ebubeagu T group is committing in Biafra land. Of course, all of you must have seen it. It is all over social media. Sometimes they go, they delete 14 persons at a go. Sometimes they go, they delete about 21 persons. These are the ones you are hearing. What of the ones they deleted nobody was able to bring it to social media? So in Imo State, in Abia State, in Anambra State, these are the things. Now, Ebonyi State, these are the things that are going on. Where do we go from here? In Enugu, this is what this Ebubeagu T group has been doing. And when we tell you that this Ebubeagu T group are the boys of the FG, 100%, bear us witness. We know what we are saying. The Fulani Zoo government is operating through the governors, like the administrator in the Imo State and some of his counterparts, other governors. This is how the Fulani government want to come in. They have come in through the governors in the name of Ebubeagu. Look at what is happening in Imo State. 2 days ago, the Imo State administrator, the Saranke Fulani of Imo State, with his Ebubeagu T group, they will go and capture a Biafran youth. In as much as you are an Igbo youth, whether you're a man or a woman, a lady or a guy, Ebubeagu will come, capture the person, tag the person ESN. Just like what happened on Saturday, they went in a place that they are doing a kind of cultural group. They captured those guys, a festival in the Izombe community. And that was a kind of traditional, or should I say cultural festival that took place in the Izombe community. Of course, Izombe is in Imo State. Ebubeagu went there, barricaded all these guys, all of them here, they arrested them. Do you know what? They tagged them ESN. They took rifle, knife, machete, and then I don't know where they went and get Biafran flag, and they display it, that this is an ESN group that they captured. And this is the work of who posed them with Ebubeagu, because they planned deep down. They came, they work with police, they work with army, they work with DSS. And I'm happy that any moment from now, you will be hearing it, because enough has been enough. IPOB, which is the lifeline of any Biafran, is IPOB. That's the only people we are relying on to defend us. And IPOB have tried in every way possible. They even went as far as reaching out to Uzodinma, asking to stop doing this, that these people you are deleting our own children. They are our own Biafran. But Uzodinma would they hear? What is he doing? If he end up deleting all the youths in Igbo land, well, who again is he going to rule? So now, IPOB has said it. ESN is fully prepared. They are going to go head to head. Just stay tuned. You will hear it very soon as it's going to happen. And following that, we are bringing to you the updates as regard to the routine visits of our great lawyers to our great leader, Nnamdi Kanu. First, we want to give you the write-up of Barrister Lawyer Jimako when he said a few minutes ago, I ended a visitation with Onyendu Ash MNK. He remains upbeat and strong against all odds, like Nelson Mandela and other greats before him. He has shown mettle and strength of character. He asks that all faithfuls be guided by mutual respect for one another, loyalty. And of course, that's great. That's our leader for us. And just like I'm trying to talk about liking Nnamdi Kanu to Nelson Mandela, that's great. But I believe the cause of Biafra is different from the cause that Nelson Mandela fought. Nelson Mandela fought for the same country, but a kind of unity. But here, we are fighting for the restoration of a different country. So it's of diverse, I don't think that there is something that connects them, but except for the fact that all of them are freedom fighting. Yes, what Biafrans are going through, what we are fighting for, I don't see anything you can use it to equate. You can use to equate it close to what's happening in South Africa. And here's the update for the return visits to Nnamdi Kanu as published by Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and he says updates on our routine visits to our indefatigable client Nnamdi Kanu at the headquarters of the Department of State Service DSS Abuja today, being the 8th day of August 2022. Our court order routine visits to our indefatigable client Nnamdi Kanu was conducted today at the DSS headquarters Abuja, where Onyendu is being held in solitary confinement for over a year now. We had a very fruitful briefing with Onyendu, particularly on the updates on his appealing pending before the Court of Appeal, Abuja. Onyendu's substantive appeal before the Court of Appeal will be heard on the 11th day of October 2022, and Onyendu is satisfied with the level of milestones so far covered, and which details remain private. Consequently, Onyendu urged millions of his supporters, fans, and Umuchineke to remain calm and purposeful, as they have always been. Onyendu requested us to extend his greetings and love to you all, Umuchineke, while emphasizing the strong need for peaceful coexistence. We remain profoundly grateful to you all for your prayers, uncommon solidarity, and support, particularly at this critical time. We do not take them for granted. Thank you all, Umuchineke, and remain blessed, even as you continue to remain law-abiding as you have always been. We move. Signed, Sir Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Esquire, IPOB Lead Counsel, 8 August 2022. This is the message that came from Nnamdi Kanu, as penned down by Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Wonderful people, these are the things we brought to you. We made you to understand that the Zoological Republic has fallen off the cliff for not supplying the world, or should I say the European Union, the gas they need to sustain. Of course, we tell you also that the Europeans, as well as some part of Africa and Asia, are now looking up to Africa for eternal survival. Well, the resources come from Africa. You have to know that. What we produce in Africa is first quality. It's real. We don't produce synthetic. We don't produce processed one. So they go back to Europe. They try to emulate what is in Africa. They produce process. In other way around, they turn it around and send back to Africa. And that is where you're selling a lot of sickness today, by consuming this processed food that's coming from overseas. If our people can stick to our own normal farming, to stick to consumption of our own natural food, everything in Africa is first class, first hand, natural, pure one. Forget about other things they are producing and shipping into Africa. And they have seen it over the decades, over the centuries, that the sustainability of Europe, or should I say the entire world, lies in Africa. And they couldn't hide it again. You know, before they used to do it as a mirage. The more you look, the less you see. They tell you that they are the ones sustaining Africa. But at this point, because other countries have come to play, they want to come and drag a national cake in Biafra land and other parts of blessed Africa, and they couldn't hide it anymore. They are telling you their strategy is to let you know that the future of the world lies in Africa. That Africa is going to shape the future of the world. It rings bell. That's what you have to know. And of course, we brought to you the updates for the routine visits as regards to our great leader Nnamdi Kanu and the stand of IPOB and ESN, as we are going to watch for our hand and watch the cracker as it's going to happen. Wonderful people, we thank you for listening. Of course, we say that here on Nicky Bobby, we continue bringing you the latest that is happening. And we must reiterate once again, without owing anyone apology, that it is in Biafra land that all of us, all the real Umuchineke, owes their citizenship. And until Biafra is fully restored, we will not rest. May you remain blessed wherever you may be.